What's up, everybody? This is Adam from the 10 Band, a tribute to Pearl Jam. And today I want to show you this awesome Barton Snare drum that I got. So take a look. It's 14 inches in diameter, 6.5 inches deep. It's a beech wood shell, and it is in Zebrano finish, which is a really great looking drum as well. But it sounds amazing. And first, let me say I was hesitant to even get it because I usually prefer a steel snare drum or a brass snare drum. I love a metal drum because it really cuts through loud music. It gives you that commanding attack that cuts through loud rock music. But I got a hold of a Barton drum set that was in beech wood, and I loved it so much that I decided to try out a Barton snare drum in beech wood, and that's what led me to this. It sounds so good. I'm so impressed with this company. So let me tell you why I love this drum. When you're looking for the perfect snare drum sound, you're really looking for two things. First, you're looking for a crack, a really loud, piercing crack that cuts through loud music like the metal drum does, and it sounds like it's right in front of you if you're in the audience. The second thing you're looking for is a boom, a big, fat, bottom-ended boom to the snare drum. So you're looking for both the crack of a whip and the boom of a shotgun all in the same drum, which is very difficult to get. And here's the dilemma of just about any snare drum. You can't have 100% of both of those things. The more you get of one, the less you have of the other. So, for example, you might start cranking your snare drum up and tuning it really high to get more crack. And in the process, you've got rid of all that fat bottom end because you tuned it too high. Or you do the opposite. You tune it lower to get a nice fat sound, but now you've got no crack. So I'm always joking that what I'm looking for in a snare drum is fat crack. I love fat crack. And this Barton snare drum has got a really nice fat crack. It sounds great. The first thing you'll notice when you hit it is the deep end, the booming sound, because it's 6.5 inches deep, it's beech wood, it's got great deep tones. So that's kind of built in. And I thought to myself, okay, I'm going to crank this up and tune it higher and maybe lose that low end. But I really didn't. I didn't lose that much of the boom. I prefer a higher pitched snare drum, and this is a great balance of both of those. So recently I took this drum out on a gig, and it was interesting. The sound man told me by the end of the night he pretty much turned off the snare mic because it was so loud, the overhead mics were picking everything up. But I have a quick video of that. You can see what you think. It is not a professional video. It's just a cell phone, but take a look and check out how the snare drum sounds. Okay, and finally the price tag. I only paid $329 for this drum. That is such an amazing price for a drum that sounds this good. In fact, I'm guessing a lot of drummers will look at that price and say, okay, well, what's the catch? There's got to be something wrong with it if it's that cheap. That's not the case. Don't assume that a really good priced drum is low quality. That's not necessarily the case. Now, that may be the case, so do your homework. But when you do your homework on Barton, you're going to find these are really well-crafted drums, and they sound phenomenal. And also, consider when you spend tons of money on drums, say you buy a $6,000 DW Collector Series, think about what you're paying for, because most of those extra dollars are being spent on a custom color or finish or lacquer, fancy hardware, sometimes even the color of the hardware. And if you think about it, these are all things that really don't have anything to do with what the drum sounds like. So one of the reasons I'm so impressed with Barton drums is that the priority is making really good sounding drums. And by the way, it's not like they look bad. This looks awesome, and they've got some really nice finishes as well. So the Barton snare drum and the Barton drum kit that I picked up in beech wood, you've got my full approval, full recommendation. Go get one of these things and enjoy.